a tough time, but that setback is simply a set up for a greater comeback. Joel Osteen. As I speak to you today, my daughter growing inside me at 20 weeks is kicking me in my womb. She moves with purpose, with strength, with rhythm, reminding me that life is still creating something beautiful inside me, even as I'm still rebuilding from what felt like ruins. This pregnancy was a surprise. At 41 years old, on birth control, after incarceration, after surviving a devastating house fire, after losing my father, and after my son's autism diagnosis, having another child was, well, nowhere on my radar. I thought my hands were already full with grief, with questions, with a future that still felt too uncertain. But God had other plans. And as her tiny kicks echo through my body, I realized this comeback is personal. Each of us faces moments that try to define us, mistakes that shame us, losses that break us, setbacks that silence us. But those aren't the end of our story. They are simply the prologue to a comeback that's unlike any other. This isn't just about bouncing back. This is about rising up. This is about returning to life not as who you were, but as who you've become. Wiser, deeper, and more resilient. My daughter's heartbeat didn't just show up on a screen. It showed up in my soul. It whispered, there is still more. More love, more hope, more purpose, more story to write. Some days I still feel the weight of what I've walked through. The ashes of my burned home still haunt my memory. The echoes of cell doors in courtrooms still try to shame me. The ache of missing my father never really leaves. And yet right now, life is moving inside me. And that is what a comeback looks like. Not perfection, but motion. Not absence of pain, but evidence of promise. Her kicks are not random. They are reminders. She is not just a baby. She is a symbol, a seed, a sign that even in the darkest seasons, something sacred is still growing. You see, the comeback is personal because it doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. The world may not understand why you haven't given up. They may count you out, misunderstand your timeline, dismiss your journey. But God didn't consult them when He wrote your redemption story. Your comeback might not involve a baby, but it will involve something being birthed. Maybe it's a new vision, a new calling, a new level of strength, or a new depth of healing. It might not come wrapped in joy right away. It might arrive disguised as challenge, as loss, as surrender. But that's how the best comebacks begin, with the death of who you used to be. My daughter is growing inside a woman who once thought her best years were behind her. Inside a woman who wasn't sure she could begin again. But she is proof that God still brings life to barren places. That new beginnings are not just for the young, the perfect, or the unscarred. This comeback is personal because I cried too many tears in private to let the public define my narrative. I wrestled too many nights with guilt, shame, and regret to not protect the miracle I now carry. And I don't just mean the miracle in my womb. I mean the miracle of waking up hopeful again. The miracle of believing in myself again. The miracle of loving life again. For too long, I thought healing meant returning to the version of me I liked best. But healing has shown me that the comeback means becoming someone I never even imagined. Stronger, softer, braver. So to anyone listening, I need you to hear me. Your comeback is personal too. You may be standing in ashes. You may be rebuilding from devastation, financially, emotionally, spiritually. You may have no idea what's next. But what's next does not require what you lost. What's next is built on who you're becoming. The comeback is personal because it happens in the quiet moments when no one's cheering, when no one sees your tears, when you choose not to quit even though quitting would be easier. It's personal because the lessons cost you something. It's personal because your healing didn't come easy. It's personal because you're the one who had to get up when it felt like everything inside you had collapsed. And maybe like me, you didn't expect another chapter. Maybe you were just trying to survive the one you were in. But here you are, breathing, standing, hoping. And that's enough. The comeback is not a performance. It's not about proving your worth. It's about remembering your worth. Every setback you've survived, every lie you've overcome, every step you've taken toward growth, these are not just moments. They are mile markers. They say you made it further than you thought you could. My daughter will be born into a world where her mother didn't compromise, didn't give up, didn't disappear after the storms. She will know what strength looks like, not the loud kind, but the rooted kind. The kind that grows in the dark, the kind that kicks from the inside out. Let her be a reminder to all of us. You don't need everything to be perfect to begin again. If you're watching or listening right now, and if you're wondering if your time is up, hear this. Your time is just beginning. Your scars are not signs of defeat. They are signs that you lived, you fought, you grew. Your pain has a purpose. Your past has perspective. Your future has power. No one else has to understand your comeback. It is personal because it is yours. And as you walk this path, let every step, every breath, every new decision say, I didn't just survive, I came back stronger. I don't know what your baby is, what dream, what breakthrough, what healing is kicking inside you. But don't ignore it. Nurture it. Protect it. Believe in it. The comeback is not just possible, it's already in motion. Life may have knocked you down, but it did not knock you out. You're still in the ring. You're still in the story, and your story isn't over. So as for me, I will keep listening to these sacred little things. I will keep letting her remind me that my story is not defined by my mistakes, but by my movement, my redemption, my rise. Because the comeback is personal. For me, for you, for all of us. You've got this. Peace and blessings. Dr. O.